Hey, Danny Smith.
Joey Smith.
Hey, we're here today. Gonna do another video, but before we get to that, got a shout out that a couple that we want to do. One's to my buddy and my mate in Australia, John, and his wife Paula. Paula, we know you've been sick, not feeling well. We wish the best for you, and we're praying for you. Get well soon.
Most definitely.
And we miss you.
Definitely. Holla out to my buddy Charlie Rowe in England. Enjoy talking to you on Facebook. And my friend Nicole Atkins. Definitely want to shout out to you. Well, what we've been doing all week.
Today, August 11th, 2018, we have been up at the John Daly event in Memphis at the Holiday Inn for Elvis Week. And we've had a blast. We was up here today, had a blast so far.
Met a lot of nice new folks.
Seen a lot of people and hope to see a lot more. So if you hadn't been by there, we're going to be there all this week. So come by and see us and talk to us. With that being said, getting to today's video, I'm going to leave it with Joey today. And he's got his version of how he felt and how it went for him the day Elvis passed away. So with that being said, I'm going to leave it with you, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Well, the day that Elvis passed away, believe it or not, I've never actually talked about this. It's kind of tough for me to talk about it. It's going to be tough for me to talk about it now because it's very emotional for me. I was watching a video. I was at home. Mama had been out shopping. Daddy was at the house. And I was watching a video, a movie called Naked Prey. It was about a guy that was on safari. And to make a long story short, he was a hunter and he become the hunted. And I was watching that movie and Patsy Campbell called. And she asked for Daddy. And I could just tell in her voice, you know, something just wasn't right. And even as a kid, you know, you could sense that something wasn't right. And I mean, I thought it was my grandmother because I had lost my grandfather, my daddy's daddy, just a few years before that. And I thought it was my grandmother. I thought something happened to her. And she asked for Daddy, and Daddy come to the phone, and he just had a blank look on his face, and he just said, "Tell your mama I'll be back." And he didn't say nothing other than that, and he ran out. And you know, I started, you know, getting really upset, and because I didn't know what was wrong, but I knew something was wrong. And I remember Mama come home. And Daddy come home shortly after her, and that's been 40 years ago, 41 years ago, and I'll be honest with you, I'll never forget the look on my daddy's face when he walked in the door, and he said, "Joe, he's gone. He's gone, Joe." And you know, I'm like, Mama, you know, and Mama said, who? And Daddy said, you know, Elvis is gone, Joe. And y'all gotta give me a second here. I remember, you know, after that, you know, it seemed like the world stopped. And I can remember the sky for some reason. It was like the sky that late that afternoon was just a weird color. It's like you know, of course, I'm sure it's like that for anybody when somebody passes away that you love. You just, seems like the world stops. And I can remember that night, Lisa actually come to the trader, and we had a big tree house we talked about in the back of Graceland. And Lisa spent some time with us, and me and Lisa actually went up to the treehouse and we hung out for a while and we talked for seemed like hours, you know, that day. And I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, that changed the course of my life. I mean, it totally changed everything about who I might have been then and who I am now. It was just, it was really tough. It's really tough for me to talk about it now. But, that's, I always have, I always will love Elvis, regardless of the entertainer he was. We knew him as, that big hero cousin, and that's the way we knew him and everything. But, I just really wanted to share that with y'all today, of how I remember it and everything. I'm sure everybody remembers it a little bit different. And, sharing it on Elvis Week too, never shared this with nobody other than probably my wife. That's the only one I've ever shared the story with, and everything. And hope y'all enjoyed it. And this is why we always live Elvis.